Hello, everyone. Welcome to the kickoff for the March 2024 Senior Nutrition Program celebration. I want to start with some housekeeping information. We have closed captioning is available for attendees. And if you want to turn on captions, please select the More at the bottom of your screen and choose the CC Live transcription. If you have any questions during the event, feel free to type those into the Q&A and we'll either address them during the presentation or we will ensure that they're asked at the end during our Q&A session. My name is Catherine Tucker. I'm a senior nutrition consultant for the Office of Nutrition Health Promotion Programs, or ONHPP, and that's within the Administration for Community Living, or better known as ACL. As you know, every January we reflect on previous celebrations and introduce our theme and some resources for upcoming year's celebrations, which can take place in March to mark the anniversary of the program's creation under the Older Americans Act in 1972. We hope you find this preview event helpful for jumpstarting your celebrations this March. So here is a look at today's agenda. First, Carrie Liparini, the director of ONHPP, will start with a reflection on this past year. Then I'll introduce you to the 2024 Senior Nutrition Program celebrations, including events, activities, resources that will help you and your program celebrate with us this March. Next, ACL's Nutrition Aging Resource Center will share a sneak peek into their 2024 plans. And finally, at the end of these presentations, we'll wrap it up with an opportunity for questions. Before we get started, I want to provide a bit more background on today's speakers. As I mentioned, Carrie Liparini is our Director of the Office of Nutrition Health Promotion Programs, a role she's held since joining ACL in 2017. Carrie came from the Aging Network and has over 20 years of experience developing programs in the government and nonprofit sector. Carrie is passionate about supporting our country's older Americans and ensuring they are physically and mentally nourished. I'm Catherine Tucker. I am a registered and licensed dietitian nutritionist with over 25 years of experience in nutrition and aging. And I've been with ACL's ONHPP since September of 2021. Ashley Danielson is also a registered and licensed dietitian nutritionist and the Nutrition Coordination Director for the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center. She supports all partners and subject matter experts with content that reflects nutrition and aging innovations nationwide. Now I'm going to hand this over to Carrie to get us started. Carrie, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Catherine. Can everyone hear me? Thumbs up, I hope.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So I actually want to start off by saying that I apologize for not being on camera. I am at a rural area, and at times the bandwidth is not great, and it can get choppy, and I don't want to lose you. So I want to apologize for not being on camera. And as Catherine said, very passionate about this network. Came from this network, right? Grassroots, local provider, and here now at ACL. And I often go back to grassroots. In fact, yesterday I was at a senior center congregate meal site in Montgomery County. So I try to, get out as much as I can to continue to still be connected. Now, I don't know about you all, but I feel like this annual celebration just comes quicker and quicker every year. The Senior Nutrition Program is yet another year older, and I can't believe I'm saying 52 years this March to be exact. And so we want to ensure that you have the right tools to be able to help to celebrate with us. So we host this webinar, and it's an awareness webinar to get you thinking ahead and to thank you all for attending today. And so I want to thank you for your continual dedication to our community's older adults. Your focus on service, partnerships, and continual improvement of the Senior Nutrition Program helps to ensure positive outcomes for our participants. And like I said yesterday, walking around Montgomery County congregate meal site, I had so many seniors just coming up again, thanking us for our services and these supports. So as I reflect on our past journey, I seriously want to appreciate the network's ongoing commitment. Again, despite our many challenges, Our unity and our resilience has been remarkable. Now, let's go back and reflect a bit on 2023 and the celebration at that time, which was cooking up communities. Our goal was to rebuild our network in an effort, again, from COVID-19, by actively listening to folks, to being responsive and digging deeper at all levels. And so cooking up community involves everyone within our network. What did we do? We surveyed the network for various methods with forums and listservs and webinars and more to determine the most important issues in 2023. And based on that, we focused our efforts by addressing what we were hearing loud and clear are so critical areas from each one of you, which included sustaining deliverable models, including transitioning again out of a public health emergency, increasing participation, and particularly bringing people back to those congregate meal sites. And I'll tell you, yesterday, Montgomery County, it definitely was happening. Improving business skills and operations, right? In order to get folks in and be able to do more, we have to look at improving business skills and operations, enhancing the quality of the food and the services, and increasing volunteer recruitment, retention, and training. Again, those were the things we heard loud and clear. And so we work collaboratively with our staff, with our consultants, our resource centers, and stakeholders to develop 57 new resources on those issues. So I would say it's a very successful year, and we look forward to building upon those achievements. As we move forward in 2024, again, the ONHPP office aims to maximize the value of our programs, bring to the aging network and emphasizing the tangible benefits that initiatives provide. Again, we want each and every resource we produce to have a positive impact on the network. And we're committed to the idea that we can do more and always do better. Just like last year, and as long as I'm here, we are going to focus on you, the network. We are network centric. We will continue to be network centric. It is vital that everyone in our network communicate openly and we work together. It's not just one entity that makes a difference in the lives, but all of us. ACL, the Nutrition Resource Center, stakeholders, partners, innovation grantees, SUAs, AAAs, local service providers. I hope I didn't forget anybody, but again, all of us together. And we believe in the power and value of connection and that we can't do our jobs without each other. So continuing communication on us on how we can support you. So continue to call us, email, right? Continue to share the support that you're seeing across the network. Sharing, we're going to continue to share resources and successful models with you. We ask again that you give us feedback. Are these helpful? Do you need more? What are you needing from us? And we will continue to share resources, successful models, promising practices. We will continue to use data to better understand the needs and the trends and offer service flexibility within the senior nutrition program. We will continue to amplify resources and events, using websites and newsletters and social media. We'll continue again on the educating the network and those that influence our success. And again, we will continue being a voice for change that improves the lives of older Americans. I thank you, each and every one of you, for being that shining light for the older adults you serve. I thank you for your continued momentum to make a difference. And now I'm going to turn it back to Catherine to share the celebration plans. I really wanted to tell you the secret of what this year, but I promise her I will give her that to do. So thank you all, and I'm turning it back to Catherine.
Thank you, Carrie. And before we dive into the breakdown for the celebration, I have a little trivia question. As you are aware, the SMP was enacted in 1972, and we speak often about innovation and change within SMP. So you're going to have a poll pop up on the screen, and when it does, I would like for you to answer that. And can you guess which of these technologies was invented in 1972? Was it the cell phone? Was it the digital camera? Was it Pong on Atari? Was it the Apple computer? So tell me what you think. And I have you on numerous screens here. So if you see me look away, just know I'm completely engaged. I'm watching the poll over here on this other screen. And look, we got a lot of answers. I'm really kind of excited about this answer. Okay, it looks like it's slowed down. So we're going to share those results. And as you can see, in 1972, Pong was the first time electronic gaming and sports come together, kicking off the lucrative esport industry. Now, I say that's lucrative because I have 3 teenage boys. It's not lucrative for me, but it's definitely lucrative for them. And this shows just how even the most minor innovation that you think that was in 1972 grew into such a huge connection. So we can do the same thing. Those minor innovations can grow into a connection that can make a difference later on for our network today and in the future. Okay, so now we're going to move on. The Senior Nutrition Program is continually working to better serve older adults in communities across the country. And I'm sure you're wondering what's in store for 2024. Today, I will brief you on what we have planned for our Senior Nutrition Program celebration this March. So without further ado, I'm excited to share the theme so that you can start thinking of how to incorporate this into your work. Make it fun, creative, and entertaining for those you serve. This year's celebration is connection in every bite, which highlights one of the most critical aspects of the Senior Nutrition Program, the profound relationship between food and social connection. And it emphasizes how nourishing our bodies can also be a celebration of the bonds we forge over shared meals. When local nutrition programs serve and build their communities through meals and fellowship, they provide a powerful reminder that coming together over a meal transcends sustenance. It fosters a sense of belonging. It contributes to participants' health, and it creates an opportunity for connections in every bite. And this theme also aligns with the 2023 Public Health Advisory issued by the U.S. Surgeon General, which noted that loneliness and social isolation are public health crises that older adults are significantly at risk for. This report says that social connection is a fundamental human need as essential to survival as food, water, and shelter. The great thing is the Senior Nutrition Program is equipped to continue to provide and to connect older adults to food and nutrition, socialization, health, and well-being. So much so that 63% participants say that the Senior Nutrition Program has helped increase their social opportunities. A third say that the reason for attending was to see others or to not be alone. 73% of participants say that their health has improved, and 86% say that they feel better. Those numbers don't lie, and it just proves what the S&P has to offer. Connection in Every Bite is a snapshot of the tremendous work each of you do every day to ensure our older adult population can continue to live healthfully within our communities. And don't forget to download this year's logo for your promotional materials. We also have an evergreen version, and that's a logo without this year's date and theme. And you can use this on products that can be used year after year. So you don't have to worry about having to replace anything. You can use it for things like hanging banners and fact sheets, so that way they're already ready for next year. We have a celebration website, and that is, you will find that at acl.gov/SMP/celebrate, where you will find all the information and resources related to the anniversary. This is your one-stop celebration shop. On the webpage, you will find celebration logos in various formats for print and online. You'll find information including this year's theme, grab and go quotes from our leadership, an event section where we'll post the recording from today's webinar and information on upcoming events, and other digital assets like web buttons, banners, and social media profile graphics. And we have more coming soon. We'll have a social media toolkit that your program can use on your social media channels, and we are connecting to an online community. We'll provide graphics, sample posts to help you share your stories, successes, ideas through social media. And your online presence is instrumental in getting the information out there. And as we head into 2024, I encourage you not to lose momentum. Promotion is important year round, but we're hoping that you will help us increase our engagement this March by using the hashtag Senior Nutrition Program, and tell us and everyone about your program. How are you celebrating? What are your thoughts about the program? And what are your goals for the program for the future? We have sample articles, news releases that can help you spread the word about your program and activities. And you can submit these pieces to your local newspaper, community newsletters, or even within your own communication channels like your websites. A community proclamation template provides a more formal declaration of your March celebrations. Share this with your community, regional state officials to increase the promotion and reach of your program. And don't miss our activities idea, tip sheets, and more. You can use our suggestions or make up your own. You all have some amazing ideas. And take those ideas and create fun events for your program participants, volunteers, and communities. Visit the acl.gov/SMP/celebrate. I've included a screenshot of that celebration page here, and you'll know that you are in the right place when you see that celebration banner. ACL will also be holding a special event, the March Senior Nutrition Program Celebration Webinar on Wednesday, March 20th, 2024 from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. During this event, we invite all of our network members to celebrate with us, and let us celebrate the connection that you make. We have a dynamic event planned for you to enjoy, and no celebration is complete without you. So mark your calendars, stay tuned to the celebration website for updates, registration, and more. So of course, we have to keep you engaged. So I have another poll that's going to pop up, and you will see here. So we have, so I want to take a minute to hear from you. Tell us, have you or your organization used the annual SMP celebration as a tool to promote your program? You can see a lot of answers, and I see a lot of yeses, but I also see some nos, which is what we wanted. We wanted to see where we have room for improvement. So I'm going to allow some more to go in. Okay, it looks like we have our final, and that's going to pop up. In our communities, we tend to stay in the same circles, and you can see that we have about 40% said that they have not used this for promotion. And we have about 23% who say that they have, or they haven't yet, but they plan to. So right now we have about 30% who have said they have used it for promotion. And within our communities, when we stay in those same circles, the people that we work with all the time know about our programs. They know what we do. They know how our outcomes are, and they want to work with us. However, you would be surprised at the number of organizations and community members who have yet to learn what the SMP is, what the services are, and what they provide. The SMP celebration is a perfect time to spread the word more widely and create new community partnerships. You'd be surprised on what organizations would be interested in partnering with you. So on that note, I would like to suggest 5 easy celebration next steps. Bookmark the acl.gov/SMP/celebrate and check back often in the coming weeks. You will find resources ready to use, and you will have more resources coming. We hope you will use them to develop your March activities, and this page will remain active all year so that you can return to get those resources again if you want to use them over and over. Remember, you can celebrate and promote the SMP all year long, not just March. So we also want you to register for the March celebration webinar. We would like for you to celebrate the senior nutrition program in your community this March. Plan any activities plan them for your staff, plan them for volunteers, for participants, for the community. Bring people in that's never been before. You can celebrate this in numerous ways. Use the hashtag senior nutrition program to share your celebration on social media, and you will see the value of being part of this very important conversation. And finally, follow at ACL Gov and at Aging Nutrition to receive timely updates. Now, I want to thank you for the opportunity to preview this Senior Nutrition Program celebration today. And now that we have our celebration theme and tools, let's look at some exciting resources to help you and your participants stay connected. So I want to introduce Ashley Danielson from the Nutrition Aging Resource Center. The Nutrition and Aging Resource Center has been very busy creating a central hub to help you connect our older adults to nutrition, socialization, health, and well-being resources. Ashley, welcome.
Thank you, Catherine. Good afternoon. I am very excited to be here with you today. As Catherine mentioned, my name is Ashley Danielson, and I am the Nutrition Coordination Director with the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center. If you are unfamiliar with the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center, we operate as a collaborative partnership between the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services and Iowa State University under a cooperative agreement with ACL. The primary mission of the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center is to support Older Americans Act senior nutrition programs across the country through high quality resources and technical assistance. Catherine's going to play a quick video here.
Helping aging adults keep their dietary needs in balance can be tricky. They often need more nutrients but fewer calories. And especially for those with lower incomes, nutrient-rich food may be out of reach. It's up to people like you to help older individuals maintain steady nutrition, while at the same time juggling all the contributing variables. The good news is, the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center helps make it manageable by giving you all the tools you need in one complete yet simple basket. The Resource Center serves up instant access to tip sheets, guides, and toolkits when and where you need them. So managing your senior nutrition program can be a picnic. Plus, you can keep up with the latest best practices and insights for making the greatest impact on the aging community, so you can focus on building strong programs for healthy seniors without reinventing the wheel. Explore all the resources available to you today and see how we can help you keep your goals, your work, and the health of seniors in your community in balance.
It gives you a little bit more insight as to what we do as the Resource Center. Of course, lots of things, but we have to shorten it up into one video. Before we move forward, I'm going to open another poll question, our last one for today, and would love to learn more about when you last visited the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center website. This week, in the last month, occasionally over the year, rarely, I have never visited, or I was unaware it was available to me. So we'll wait for some of those answers to come in here. So it looks like we have a mix of everything as people are still putting their vote in. Numbers are slowing down a little bit here, so I'll go ahead and end it. We'll share the results. So the majority shows that you were unaware of our website or that it was available to you. So you'll be able to learn lots of resources for us now and in the future. Some of you have visited occasionally over the year and even this week, which is great. So we love to see those responses. Thank you so much for responding. That really helps us find effective ways to communicate this important resource to the network. So if you have not visited our website in the last few months, I recommend that you visit acl.gov/senior-nutrition for a look around. It is available to everyone. The goal of the Nutrition and Aging Resource Center is to support the National Aging Network, former and future innovation and nutrition grantees, and other Older Americans Act stakeholder organizations in developing and expanding nutrition programs in their states and communities. This is done by providing resources to the Aging Nutrition Network on our website. These resources help state units on aging, area agencies on aging, and local service providers to develop impactful, cost-effective, and person-centered services that align with the purposes of the OAA Title III-C. You can also find us on social media at Aging Nutrition or scan the QR code on your screen. Please subscribe to our newsletter to make sure you never miss a new resource or connection opportunity. The Nutrition Aging Resource Center continues to work on a lot of content, but here are some top priorities. One of our most exciting updates is Instructional Campus on Aging Nutrition, or ICAN. It helps new and existing staff connect to ongoing learning to better serve older adults. ICAN is a series of free, interactive, online training modules that allow you to study at your own pace, and they cover a wide array of topics relevant to the OAA nutrition programs, including participation, promotion, and partnerships, business management topics like operating a nutrition services program or personnel management, and nutrition, health, and wellness needs of older adults. This is a snapshot of some of our modules on our website, but you can register and participate by visiting our website or scanning the QR code on the slide. In 2024, we will provide webinars and resources focused on 4 main topic areas. These include business management, participation, social isolation, and underserved communities. We will also host a summer webinar series on leadership and communication, and this series will cover different types of partnerships and connections, such as healthcare, university, local, and state partnerships. Stay tuned for announcements of these to sign up. The Resource Center sent a needs assessment to healthcare providers and consumers, such as older adults and caregivers. With the results, we will begin to focus on providing resources for practices around topics related to nutrition, health, and aging. In turn, this will assist senior nutrition program providers better engage with these audiences to connect more local providers to OAA programs. To connect local service providers and AAAs nationwide, we plan to host 4 quarterly connection chat calls in 2024. We have had great feedback from participants in past calls. The connection chat is highly interactive, and most of the time that we spend together is in breakout rooms to discuss challenges and opportunities. Finally, the Nutrition Aging Resource Center staff will provide 7 in-person presentations nationally and regionally. We provide information and resources alongside grantee speed networking, and we love being able to share what the Resource Center is doing. So if you see any of us at conferences, please come up to say hi and introduce yourself. We love meeting and connecting with new people and seeing familiar faces. Thanks so much, and let's pass it back to Catherine to move on to our next agenda item.
Okay, and that's easy. So thank you, Ashley, for updating us on how the Nutrition Aging Resource Center aligns with ACL in the Senior Nutrition Program Celebration to help connect the network to resources, communication, and best practices. Now it's time to open up our Q&A portion of this webinar. I encourage you to put your questions in the Q&A section. And we have a couple of our other senior nutrition consultants helping out, keeping this train moving today. We have Kathy Wilson-Gold handling the Q&A and Catherine Shavo handling the chat today. So we have, and then I think Catherine Shavo will be including a post-event survey link into the chat. So before you leave, I'll stay on and just sort of mute and turn my camera off so you'll have a chance to go to that link before we end. But if you want to go ahead and put your questions in the Q&A, we'll go ahead and get started.
Thank Catherine. We already have a question. The first question, and this is for you. Will the webinar be available on demand?
Yes, and so like today's webinar, once we finish, it will be downloaded onto the website where it could be reviewed again, and then the webinar in March will also be recorded and it will be posted. So you can actually go onto that website and see last year's March celebration webinar that's still available from last year.
Wonderful. Okay, I have another question. How can Connection and Every Bite theme be used for my home delivered meals?
Well, that's a good question. And to give an example, I have visited many homes while delivering home delivered meals. And each one of those visits included a very clear connection made between the meal deliverer and the participant. And those visits are at the top of some of my favorite experiences. Watching the delivery driver communicate with them as if they're family, asking them questions, asking about their kids, their pets, their and other family members, asking, you know, asking them if they need to take the garbage out for them as they leave so they didn't have to walk out on slick porches. It just really left a sense of that very strong bond and connection with those drivers and those participants. And those meal deliverers are often the only person that our home delivered meal participants have the opportunity to communicate with. So that connection in itself is extremely important. And our senior nutrition program also has the opportunity to link our home delivered meal participants to online and virtual class capabilities. And for those participants that are unable to go into maybe the congregate sites or get out as often, which can help bring the outside world into their home. And just like the congregate setting, connection every bite is just as valuable for the home delivered meal participants.
Thank you. Do we have time for one more?
It looks like we're out of time, but if we do have a lot of outstanding questions, we will try to address those. We can always send an email out to address some of those questions.
Great. Thank you.
So just ending, and I'm sorry we've run out of time. I thank you for attending and engaging with us. We have come to the end, and I hope you've enjoyed what we've been able to offer today. And I would just remember that that link is in the chat for the post-event survey. I'll also email it out as well. And now it's time to spread the word about the celebration. Don't forget to post on social media, use hashtag Senior Nutrition Program to be part of the conversation. And I want to thank you all very much for attending. Have a great day.